The silent takeover. How Jiji Nigeria crushed giants without fighting them. Imagine this. You walk into a crowded market in Lagos, where Konga and OLX have already set up massive billboards, spent billions on radio jingles, and convinced everyone that online shopping in Nigeria belongs to them. You have no warehouses, no delivery fleet, and barely enough cash to run ads for 1 week. Most people would pack up and go home. But Jiji Nigeria did the opposite. They walked into that same market, said nothing, and within a few years owned the whole street. No price wars, no shouting matches, just a quiet, ruthless strategy that made competitors irrelevant. How did a classifieds website with a funny name become Nigeria's biggest online marketplace, leaving funded giants gasping? And what can you, an entrepreneur, a job seeker, or someone trying to escape underemployment, steal from their playbook today? Welcome to part 1 of our Jiji Nigeria case study. We are breaking down exactly how they handled competition in one of the toughest business environments on earth. No MBA jargon, just raw, street-smart lessons you can use tomorrow. Part 1. The battlefield, Jiji, Nigeria. Entered. Let us set the scene. The year is 2014. Nigeria's commerce space looks like a heavyweight boxing match. On one side, you have Konga and Jumia. They are armed with investor dollars, celebrity endorsements, and warehouses in every major city. Their model is simple. Buy products, store them, deliver them. Burn cash to acquire customers. On the other side, you have OLX, the global classifieds king. They do not hold inventory. They just connect buyers and sellers. By 2016, OLX is the name Nigerians think of when they want to sell a used iPhone or a token car. Their radio ads are everywhere. OLX it. Then Jiji shows up. No noise. No billion naira launch. Just a clean website and an app that lets anyone post anything for free. Everyone thought they were crazy. Nigeria already had a classifieds leader. Nigerians did not trust online payments. Internet was expensive. Scammers were everywhere, and Jiji had no plan to build warehouses or fight Jumia on delivery speed. So they did not. Instead, they asked a different question. What if we do not compete at all? That question changed everything. How Jiji Nigeria viewed competition differently. Most companies see competition like a football match. You versus them. One winner, one loser. You mark their prices, copy their features, and try to shout louder. Jiji saw competition like chess. You do not win by taking every piece. You win by controlling the board so well that your opponent's moves stop mattering. Here is how they did it, compared with other companies. 1. Jiji chose a different game. Jumia and Konga were fighting to be the Amazon of Africa. That meant massive costs. Warehousing, logistics, paying for returns. OLX was fighting to be the Craigslist of Africa. That meant betting on free listings and hoping ads would pay the bills later. Jiji looked at both and said, "We will not be either." Instead, they became the shop without a shop. They focused only on connecting people. No inventory, no delivery promises. Just the fastest, safest way for a regular Nigerian to turn their used generator into cash. Compare that to Deal Day, which tried to be Nigeria's Groupon. Deal Day fought on discounts. When the discounts stopped, customers left. Jiji fought on need. Nigerians will always need to sell something. That need does not expire. Jiji exists over trust, not traffic. OLX had more users early on. But ask anyone who used OLX between 2016 and 2018. His stories were wild. Fake buyers. Yahoo boys. Meet me at Ike Underbridge with cash. Jiji attacked that problem like a general. They introduced verification badges for sellers. They built AI that flagged scam listings before humans saw them. They added call masking so your real number stayed hidden. Konga and Jumia were busy telling you, pay online, it is safe. Jiji told you, meet the seller, check the item, pay when you are sure. That matched how Nigerians actually buy and sell. The lesson? Traffic is vanity. Trust is the currency. Other companies bought billboards. Jiji bought confidence. 3. Jiji made selling feel like texting. Go look at Jumia's Seller Center in 2017. Forms, tax IDs, business registration. What's it built for companies? Jiji, built for Mama Chenidu, who wants to sell her old fridge by Saturday. 3 photos, short description, post, done. That is why you see more students, artisans, and side hustlers on Jiji than on Jumia. Jiji did not just reduce friction, they removed it. OLX had a similar approach, but their app was heavy and slow on cheap Android phones. Jiji's app ran smoothly on a 2GB RAM Techno phone. In Nigeria, that is not a feature. That is survival. We will stop part 1 here, because if we gave you all 8 principles at once, you would need a notebook and 3 days. But think about this. Jiji did not beat OLX by being louder. They beat them by being smarter. OLX shut down its Nigeria office in 2018. Jiji bought their assets and absorbed their users. The student quietly bought the master's chair. That is the power of choosing your battlefield. In part 2, we will break down the next 5 principles Jiji used, including how they turned competitors' weaknesses into free marketing, and why they ignored Nigeria is different as an excuse. We will also expose 3 deadly mistakes other companies made that you must avoid if you are starting up with little capital. If you are an entrepreneur tired of losing to bigger players, or you are unemployed and thinking, how do I start something with 0 naira? These lessons are your shortcut. Do not miss part 2. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified the moment it drops. We are building a community of 10,000 Nigerians who will not just look for jobs, we will create them. Click subscribe. See you in part 2. The predator in plain sight. How Jiji Nigeria made competitors feed its growth. You know what is scarier than a loud competitor? A quiet one that is already eaten. Your lunch while you were busy arguing on Twitter. When OLX Nigeria was spending millions telling everyone to OLX it, Jiji was busy doing something far more dangerous. They were studying, watching, learning every weakness in OLX's armor, every complaint from Jumia's sellers, every reason Konga's customers gave up at checkout. Then, without firing a single shot, Jiji built a machine that turned all those frustrations into fuel. By the time the big guys realized what was happening, Jiji was not just competing. It had become the default place Nigerians went to buy and sell anything. Welcome to part 2. In part 1, we saw how Jiji refused to play the same game as Jumia, Konga, or OLX. Now we are diving deeper. We will finish the 8 principles that made Jiji Nigeria nearly untouchable, expose 3 brutal mistakes that buried other companies, and pull out lessons you can use, whether you are selling Zobo from your kitchen or building the next big tech startup with 0 capital. If you are unemployed, underemployed, or tired of waiting for connections, pay attention. This is how you win when you do not have money, power, or a godfather. Part 2. The 8 principles. Jiji Nigeria used to handle competition. We covered 3 principles in part 1. 1. Jiji chose a different game instead of copying giants. Jiji obsessed over trust, not traffic. 3. Jiji made selling feel like texting, not filing taxes. Let us pick up from there. 4. Jiji turned competitors, customers into their salespeople. Here is what Jumia and Konga did not expect. A frustrated seller is the best marketer you will never pay. Between 2016 and 2018, thousands of small sellers tried Jumia's marketplace. Many quit. Why? High commissions, forced discounts during Black Friday, returns that ate their profit. Jiji did something genius. They did not run ads attacking Jumia. They built tools those angry sellers needed: 0 listing fees, direct chat with buyers, and no warehouse requirements. Those sellers became evangelists. A man who left Jumia after losing money on returns would tell 5 other traders in Alaba market, try Jiji. No wahala. OLX had the opposite problem. Too many scams meant buyers were scared. Jiji rolled out Jiji verified badges and safety tips in Pidgin and Yoruba. Scared OLX buyers drifted to Jiji because their friends said, that plays safer. Lesson: do not fight competitors. Solve the pain they create. Their unhappy customers will advertise you for free. Compare that to Efritin. Remember them. They came in with big money, fought OLX head-on, with billboards and cheaper listing promotions. But they never fixed the trust problem. When Efritin shut down, their users did not cry. They just moved to Jiji, because Jiji had already solved what Efritin ignored. 5. Jiji, ignored. This is Nigeria. As an excuse, every failing startup in Nigeria has the same line. E-commerce is hard here. Nigerians do not trust online. Logistics is crazy. Jiji heard that and said, "Good, then we will not do e-commerce like America." Jumia tried to force online payments and card transactions early. Nigerians were not ready. Konga built massive warehouses, but delivery to Maiduguri or Yenagoa was still a nightmare. Jiji looked at how Nigerians already traded. In markets, through referrals, cash in hand, inspect before you pay. Then they digitized that behavior instead of fighting it. That is why Jiji never promised next-day delivery. Hayes promised find a seller in your area. That is why they did not ban cash. They taught safety. Meet in public, check goods, then pay. Other companies tried to educate the market. Jiji decided to join the market. If you are starting small, stop trying to change customer behavior on day one. Ride the behavior that already exists. Innovation comes after trust. 6. Jiji used data like a street trader, not a professor. Big companies love reports, 30-page PDFs on user acquisition trends. Jiji watched what people actually did. They noticed something strange. The most searched items on Jiji were not new phones. They were Tokunbo cars, used iPhone, generator, and bed. Basic survival and upgrade items. So while Jumia was pushing brand new smart TVs on the homepage, Jiji put used cars in Lagos and home appliances front and center. They doubled down on categories Nigerians were desperate for, not categories that looked good in investor decks. They also saw that most users came online between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. after work using free night browsing. Jiji made sure the app was lightest during those hours and pushed notifications then. Konga was optimizing for Lagos Island executives. Jiji optimized for the guy in Abadan using a Techno Spark with 2 bars of network. Guess who won? If you are underemployed, this is your edge. You do not need big data. You need human data. Talk to 10 customers. Watch what they do, not what they say. 7. Jiji bought strength when others were bleeding. This is the most gangster move in the whole story. By 2018, OLX was tired. Global headquarters said, Nigeria is hard, and they pulled out. Most people saw a dead competitor. Jiji saw a gift. They bought OLX's Nigeria business. Overnight, millions of OLX users opened the app and saw, we have moved to Jiji. No fight. No price war. Just a clean acquisition. They did it again with Cars 45's classifieds arm. Each time a competitor stumbled, Jiji did not gloat. They absorbed. Compare that to Konga, which merged with Udala to survive. That was a merger of weakness. Jiji's moves were acquisitions of strength. Lesson for you. And business. Winter is coming for someone. Save your energy and cash. When others panic, that is when you buy, hire, or expand. The rich do not get rich during the boom. They get rich during the bust. 8. Jiji made free their moat, then built business behind it. Everyone loves to say, if you are not paying, you are the product. Jiji flipped it. If it is free to start, everyone becomes our salesman. Posting on Jiji is free. Browsing is free. Chatting is free. That killed the biggest reason anyone would choose a new competitor. Why pay to list elsewhere when Jiji gives you millions of buyers at zero cost? But here is the genius. Jiji monetized visibility, not access. If you want your car to show at the top of search, you pay small money to boost. If you are a shop with 50 items, you pay for a premium store. So the market stays free and open, which keeps competitors out. But the serious sellers fund the whole platform. They charge businesses up front. Many refused. Jiji said, make money first, then pay us to make more. That is why Jiji survived and Dealy did not. If you are starting a side hustle, copy this. Remove the risk for your customer to try you. Then charge for speed, convenience, or status. 3 deadly mistakes other companies made that Jiji avoided. Mistake 1. Fighting on price instead of value. Konga and Jumia spent years in discount wars. Black Friday became Black Bloodbath. Both burned cash to be cheapest. Problem? Nigerians are price sensitive, but we are trust sensitive first. A cheap phone from a scammer is still expensive. Jiji never promised to be cheapest. They promised to be safest to find a good deal. That is value. Price wars kill you. Value wars make you king. Mistake 2. Building for investors, not for street reality. Too many startups in Lagos build apps that would work great in London. Fancy you, requires fast internet. Needs card payment. Nigeria is not London. GGS app could run on a 200 megabyte data plan. It worked with phone calls and SMS. It let you negotiate like you are at Computer Village. If your business cannot work for a roadside mechanic in Bamoso, you do not have a Nigerian business. You have a pitch deck. Mistake 3. Trying to own everything. Jumia wanted to be Amazon, PayPal, DHL, and Walmart at once. That is heavy. When one part bleeds, the whole body feels it. Jiji said, "We will only own the connection. You handle the product. You handle the delivery. You handle the cash." By owning less, they risked less and scaled faster. If you are starting with no capital, stop trying to do everything. Own one piece of the chain and do it better than anyone. Lessons learned for entrepreneurs, the unemployed, and the underemployed. 1. You do not need to be first. You need to be right. LX was first. Jiji was right. 2. If you cannot beat them on money, beat them on empathy. Understand the customer as real life. 3. Free is a strategy, not charity. Use it to build a wall competitors cannot climb. 4. In Nigeria, trust is the product. If people trust you, they will forgive a bad app. If they do not trust you, the best app will not save you. 5. Your biggest breakthrough will come from watching what competitors ignore. Angry customers, small categories, boring problems. That is where the gold is. Jiji did not win because Nigeria is easy. They won because they respected how hard Nigeria is and built for it. In part 3, we will tie everything together. I will give you a step-by-step playbook to apply Jiji's model to your own hustle, whether you sell hair, fix phones, or want to start an agency. We will also talk about how to stay competitive once you start winning, because success breeds new enemies. You do not want to miss it. So do this now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on notifications. Every week, we break down real Nigerian case studies like this, so you can stop guessing and start building. The street is tough, but the blueprint is here. See you in part 3. The crown is heavy. How Jiji Nigeria stays king when everyone wants the throne. You know what is harder than beating the biggest player in the market? Staying on top after you do it. The moment Jiji Nigeria bought OLX and became the only classifieds giant left standing, something changed. Every new startup in Lagos, every unemployed graduate with a laptop, and every investor looking for the next Jiji started asking the same question. How do we knock them off? New competitors are coming. Facebook Marketplace is free. Instagram shops are everywhere. WhatsApp groups let people sell to their neighbors in seconds. If Jiji relaxes for 1 year, they will become the next OLX, a story people tell at conferences. Remember them? So how does a company that won by being quiet stay winning when the whole market is now loud? And more importantly, how do you use this Jiji blueprint to start and defend your own hustle? Even if today you have 0 naira, 0 connections, and 0 confidence. Welcome to part 3. This is where we turn history into action. We have studied how Jiji beat giants. Now I am giving you the step-by-step playbook to apply it to your life. Whether you braid hair in Ibadan, fix phones in Abba, or you are on Social Security trying to start over, this is your map. Part 3. Your Jiji-style playbook for winning in Nigeria. You do not need $1 billion naira to compete. You need $1 billion naira mindset. Here is how to build it. Jiji style. Step 1. Pick a fight. You can win Jiji, never tried to out-deliver Jumia. They would have died. Instead, they asked, what do Nigerians already do that we can make easier? People were already selling used goods on street corners and in church WhatsApp groups. Jiji just gave them a bigger corner. Your move. Look at your area. What are people already paying for, begging for, or complaining about? Do not invent a new behavior. Upgrade an old one. If you are unemployed, do not say, I want to build an app. Say, I see 10 tailors in my street struggling to get customers. How do I become the person who brings them customers and take a small cut? That is a Jiji move. Step 2. Make trust your first product. Jiji spent more on scam detection than on billboards. That is why they are alive. You are not selling shoes. You are selling. You will not be scammed. If you buy shoes from me, you are not selling food. You are selling. You will not get sick from my food. Your move. Do one thing that makes people feel safe immediately. It could be, pay after you test it, or meet me at your junction, or here is my pastor's number as reference. In Nigeria, trust beats branding. Always. Step 3. Let people start for free, then charge for speed. Jiji's moat is simple. Anyone can start selling at zero cost. That is why competitors cannot steal their sellers. But if you want to sell faster, you pay to boost. Your move. Remove the risk for your first customer. Are you a graphics designer? Design the first flyer free. Then say, if you want 3 more versions in 2 hours, that is 5,000 naira. Are you selling okrika? Let people reserve by chat for free. Charge small money for, I will deliver to your office before 5 p.m. Free brings the crowd. Speed brings the cash. Step 4. Be the lightest app on the street. Jiji won, because their app worked on the worst phones with the worst network. Your move. Ask, what is the simplest version of my business that still solves the problem? Do not wait to print glossy banners. Start with WhatsApp status. Do not wait for a shop. Start with a plastic table. Do not wait for a website. Use a Google form. Heavy businesses die fast in Nigeria. Light businesses survive long enough to become heavy later. Step 5. Turn complaints about your competitors into your marketing. Jiji never said, OLX is bad. They just fixed everything people hated about OLX. Angry customers did the marketing for them. Your move. Find one big player in your space. Read their 1-star reviews on Google. Check comments on their Instagram. What are people angry about? Late delivery, rude replies, hidden charges, and build your whole business around doing the opposite. Then tell one customer. That customer will shout louder than any ad you can afford. Step 6. When others are weak. Jiji did not just compete. They waited. When OLX gave up, Jiji bought them. You will not buy a company today, but you can buy opportunity. When a shop closes in your area, that is your chance to talk to their old customers. When a big supplier is stuck with goods, that is your chance to negotiate. When others are scared during a recession, that is when you start. Winter is when kings are made. Do not wait for things to be easy. Easy markets create weak winners. How Jiji stays competitive now that they are the target. Jiji knows the war is not over. Here is what they are doing to stay king, and what you should copy once you start winning. 1. They keep killing their own product. The Jiji app you used 3 years ago is dead. They keep adding chat upgrades, safety tools, and seller analytics. If they do not improve Jiji, someone else will. Your move. If your business looks the same 6 months from now, you are losing. Ask your customers, what is annoying about buying from me? Then fix it before a competitor does. 2. They go hyper-local while thinking global. Jiji does not just say, Nigeria. They fight to win. Use cars in Benin, phones in Uyo, furniture in Abeokuta. They know Nigeria is not one market. It is 36 markets. Your move. Dominate your street before you dream of dominating Lagos. Be the person everyone in your estate calls for that one thing. Depth beats width. 3. They defend free with paid services. Because listing is free, it is hard for a new startup to pull sellers away. But Jiji is not relaxing. They now offer Jiji Pay, premium shops, and delivery partnerships. They are building walls around the castle. Your move. Once people start copying you, add one thing that is hard to copy. It could be your personal relationship with customers, your speed, or a small piece of tech. Do not compete on what everyone can do. Compete on what only you will do. Final lessons for the entrepreneur, the unemployed, and the person on Social Security. 1. You do not need capital. You need to see what big companies are too proud to see. Jiji saw that Nigerians wanted to trade like humans, not like Amazon robots. 2. Start where you are. Jiji started as a simple classified site. Today they are doing payments and more. If they had waited to build everything on day one, they would still be waiting. 3. Competition is not about shouting. It is about listening. The market is always telling you what it wants. OLX customers were screaming about staying. Jiji listened. That is it. 4. If you are underemployed, your job is not your identity. Your ability to solve a small, painful problem is. Find that problem on your street. Be the Jiji of that problem. 5. On Social Security, or with limited funds, your edge is speed and humility. You can reply customers at 10 p.m. You can deliver with your own legs. You can apologize and fix issues fast. Big companies cannot do that. Use your size as a weapon. Jiji Nigeria did not win because Nigeria is easy. They won because they respected the street, they played a different game, and they never stopped adjusting. Now it is your turn. Your assignment, before part 3 ends. Write down one problem in your area that big companies ignore because it is too small. Tomorrow, solve it for one person for free. Then ask that person, who else needs this? That is how Jiji started. That is how you start. I am rooting for you. And if this 3-part series opened your eyes, do not let the learning stop here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Every week we break down real Nigerian business stories into steps you can use with zero capital. We are building 10,000 new bosses, not job seekers. Click that subscribe button. Turn on notifications, and meet me in the comments. Tell me what business you are starting with the Jiji playbook.